Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how you build your Storm Shield East for your endurance. Now there is two builds that I'm going to show you today. One's going to be a stall build and one's going to be a part stall part kill. Okay, so we're going to start off with the stall build first of all, and what we'll do is we'll convert the build afterwards and just show you what the changes are, because they look very similar, so I won't need to break it all down and start all from fresh. I can just convert what's there, so you can just watch the video and then pick and choose which one you feel is going to be best for you. Okay, now first of all what we're going to need to do is move over here to this area here, and both the builds will start from this section here. Okay, so we place that first of all. There's your starting point. All right, now what we're going to do first is put some floors down here. This will move the meteor back a tile or forward a tile, whichever way you want to see it. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to place these 6 pieces here like so. All right, now what we're going to do here is going to build around like so, and there. All right, now we're going to keep these 2 flat here because these ones are the ones that move the meteor shift forward one, and then we're going to place 2 45s here and just block it off like that. Okay, we're going to put another wall here, and we're going to put a corner pyramid in like that. Right, now these ones I would suggest you put these into diagonal pieces like so, and then we'll continue to put 2 45s here and then block it off, and then finally put another piece there like that. All right, that's what it looks like so far. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to continue this walkway this way. It doesn't really matter if you use 45s flat or stairs, either way I prefer using those. I just think they look better. All right, and we're going to do that. All right, now what we're going to do is put the walls down like that, so you've got a nice easy walk up for them, and this is where you put all your wall launchers, etc. on here. All right, now what we do is we'll put these here. These are just quarter pieces. We won't do the last one, but what we'll do here is we'll just change this one to a low piece like that, that one there. Okay, right, now what we want to do is put a wall piece in here. Now what I have found is sometimes they'll either try and break this one or whatever, so what we're going to do is place that in like so, and then we'll put a floor here just so they don't get caught on that. For some reason, I don't know why, whenever I run that, when sometimes I run it, they'll get caught and try and bash through this wall here. Okay, so we can either do that, or if you want to, we can do that and that like so. All right, right, if we come back up here, place 1 2, come round 3 4 and 5 there, so you got a wall for them to hit so they don't go flying out too far, and then we'll finally put this back wall in here. Okay, now whilst we're under here, what I would suggest you do, because sometimes when the smashers get thrown onto here, they do like to play around with this staircase here. Okay, and to get rid of that problem, just place those 2 pieces like that, and then the smashers don't tend to go for that anymore. They'll just continue to walk up here and round again. Okay, right, when we get to the top, what we're going to do here is we're going to place a 45 here so that we can attach the 45 there. This one will have a floor launcher on it. Okay, so, and then this will be the start of your flinger shield or lobber shield. Okay, so we like to come over here, that'll be fine there. And then what I do find sometimes is it all depends on RNG whether or not you go up 3. Some bases are okay with 3. Mine, I personally thought that, or I experienced that they would actually throw over that. So I'm going to put an extra 4 in just so you can see, and they could fling from here as well. So that's basically, this could be overkill. Try it by 3x4, is the 5x4, okay, and put it in and then see how you get on. If you find that they're flinging somewhere, just add as necessary, okay. Right, and then what we're going to do over here, just so they don't just think, oh, we could just bypass all that and walk straight onto the storm shield, is if we place these pieces like that, so you've got the 3 straight and you've got the 2 45s there, okay, and then these 2 here will have wall launchers on them eventually, okay. We'll get back to that in a little while. Right, what I would suggest, and is highly recommended with any of these builds, is make sure that they're fully upgraded to 3 tier before you go any further with the trapping out or anything like that, okay. Sometimes this direction does get hit again in the later waves, and if that's the case, obviously the tusks will be a hell of a lot more powerful, so they might be able to get up this way. So what I tend to do, just as an added precaution, is add this box like so, and then add that like so, and that like so. Alright, so you've got an extra little push box to push them back down there, and then what I would suggest you do is add that, just so they don't get thrown over there too much, okay. So they'll land down there and then have to walk all the way back up and round again, okay. Right, now that's all put in place, just double check everything's in order. What I'm going to do is upgrade all this to triple tier, and then we'll be able to put the traps in, and I'll show you which of these is done. So just before I do that, I'm just going to show you again what it's going to look like, okay. Okay then, right, next time we speak I'll have this all fully upgraded for you, okay. 3, 2, 1, and hi and welcome back. Just like that, here we go, all fully upgraded. Right, now what we need to do is trap out. So what I'll do first of all is, if I go around here, and we're going to be using 2 wall launchers as I said before, okay. Now we need to have, because we've got at least 2 blocks and the 3rd one off there, so what we're going to do is put a 3x, which is 3 impact and knockback, okay, like so. So anytime I mention in these videos 3x, 2x, 1x, that determines the amount of impact and knockback a trap has on it, okay. So in this instance, like I say, we're going to use 3x, so we put a 3x on this one, and this one is just a quick off, so this one's only going to need a 1. Alright, so we'll put a 1 knockback on this one. Alright, right, nothing behind there other than the 2 45s, okay, like so, and then make our way back this way. And because again this is just a quick off the side, all we're going to need is 1x's all the way up. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I'm going to put a 1x on this one, and we'll put a 1x on this one just to shoot them down there, and again on there. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to put a, I might go with a 3x, I might even go a 4 actually, just to really push them back. That'll shoot them right down there and across, and probably have to go through all of these again. Alright, and on this one we're going to put a wall light. No impact, we don't want them to get pushed any further forward. Alright, and on this one here we're going to put some impact and knockback on the wall light, so we'll put an impact and knockback wall light here. We'll do the same here. Okay, now what we're going to do, oh, and by the way, also in earlier on I didn't place this one, so I would suggest placing this wall here, just stops any aggravation from there. Okay, so if you do that one there, and also what I've added since upgrading are these 2 here. All right, 1 and 2. mainly because we've got these two set here and there's nothing underneath here separating the two so they can walk between. So adding that extra, make sure it's just all safe and sound. Okay, now on these, what I'm going to be using is wooden floor spikes, but we don't want to cause any sort of adverse damage to the husks. We want to keep what we were dealt with on the initial spawn, as it were, okay, because we want to try and keep down the amount of smashers and stuff like that that we get handed to us on a plate. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the grey wooden floor spikes, and notice that I have changed the bottom roll to durability and I've maxed that out to legendary. Alright, now I specifically chose a grey trap in my inventory that has the top perk set to grey. Okay, sometimes you might get them on green, but you want to again try and minimize the amount of damage the trap does, but still have the amount of snare and slowdown as it would normally. Okay, and to access the second perk you need to level that trap up to at least a level 5 so that it unlocks both the perks on the actual trap schematic. Okay, so level yours up to level 5, change the bottom perk to durability, and then god roll that one, or legendary it, whatever you want to call it, and then leave the top perk set to grey. Okay, now we're going to go with this here, here, here and here. Now on this one, it's up to you whether or not you go with another wooden floor spike here. We could go for a tar pit if necessary. It all depends on your durability, etc. So what we can do is I'm going to put a tar pit here and a final tar pit here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, as we've got the 45 above our head, I know we've got one here as well, but sometimes mixing a wall and a floor launcher, if they both go off at the same time, then there's going to be some reload speed issues, and obviously there's going to be a period where this trap will just not be, or both the traps won't activate, and this will also is going to go off as well. So just to sort of slow things down and keep it all in check, I'm not going to put a floor launcher here. Okay, what I'll do is I'll leave the floor launcher here. I know again we've mixed it with this. What we're doing is we're minimizing the amount of possible reload mitigation. All right, so we'll put the floor launcher here. Okay, we'll also put another tar pit in here just to stop them in their tracks. Okay, and we can put, if necessary, a wall light here that doesn't have any knockback on it whatsoever. Okay, this floor piece here, I don't think you're going to need anything on that. If you wanted to, you could put another tar pit or a grey trap on there. Wouldn't suggest probably putting any hill up here or anything like that. Just let them get thrown back out there and have to walk up and round again. All right, so that's basically that. Just double check everything's been done. Now what some people do here is they put a, and I'm going to do it as well, I'm going to put a 3x wall launcher on here. Okay, and we're going to put a ink or a heel full durability sound wall here, and we're going to put a sound wall on here. Okay, you could, if you wanted to, put another sound wall there, but I won't in this instance. It's up to you. Again, every home base is different. All right, so as I've shown you here, and then once you've run it, especially when it comes to the higher ways, if ever you get hit on this on a random, you might need to make some tweaks. You might have to play around with the way the flooring's been set in here, etc, etc, just to get it working right, and then go from there. So let me just give you a quick high-end look at what it looks like. Just in there, you got those sets so that they're touching this wall here, those two pieces there. I've purposely left the one off the end there because they're going to come round to that direction or this side of it anyway. The reason why we put these in is so that we try and keep the husks on this side of the floor so that they're right on the edge, especially for the smashers. The smashers, when these go off, obviously only get toppled and knocked sideways. Okay, so if they're on this side, they're going to topple this way and probably only get to about here and not get pushed off. So if we try and keep them on this side anyway, the chances of them getting knocked off onto the floor there is much greater. Alright, so that's why they're in there. Again, you don't need one here because they're going to be on this side anyway, and then that should hopefully push them back down there and start all over again. When they get round here, they're going to be on this side, and that shouldn't be a problem there. Okay, so that wall launcher is going to again push them back into here and then straight over the top and down there. Okay, now you might get a husk get thrown over, so what you may need to do is add walls like here, just so they don't get thrown into the blockade and then they're bashing away at this wall here trying to get through, because I doubt they'll want to go this way. They're going to want to bash this way to get to the storm shield. Okay, so just to stop them from getting pushed in there, you might need to add some walls just to sort of keep them on this side of the blockade and not in there. Okay, right, so what I want to do now is I want to show you how to do this as a kill tunnel rather than a full stall and recycle. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave all this like this. Okay, these pieces here won't need to be here. Okay, so you can knock that one out, you can knock that one out, you turn that up like so, like this. Okay, you then open this up, take these out, we'll put a ceiling in here like so. Okay, that won't need to be there, that one won't need to be there. Right, and we need to change these out for kill, so that'll be like that, that'll be like that. That one can be changed over if necessary as well to a kill. That one will need to be changed, and so will that one. Alright, now there's your basic tunnel now for the kill system. Alright, you can, and sometimes what we do as well is if we upgrade all this quickly, right, whilst that's upgrading, what we're going to do here, we'll change that one out as well, and again make sure that everything's upgraded really before you place traps, especially wall launchers and stuff like that, because they do cover structures up to the point where you just can't see what's upgraded and what isn't. Okay, and then we're going to change that one wall that was there to that wall dynamos. Okay, right, there we go. Right, up here, this could all come out now as well. Alright, and we put these two here, and we put a ceiling there. We'll put a ceiling there and a ceiling there. Alright, now what we might want to do here is change this out, and that will be a kill trap rather than a pushback. We'll add that to the back there. This piece I would suggest you probably add anyway if you've added this section here. Alright, it just stops anything from trying to just push straight through the wall. Alright, and this will now become a wall dart. This also will become a wall dart. Okay, because we're going to have a tire up here, you can't put a tar pit there because the tar pit will just be set off. Alright, so what we're going to need to do is change that. It's both out for kill wooden floor spikes. Okay, these ones are okay, it's all okay. Right, so just upgrade that and that, that and that. Come back to that one as well. Right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to place a broadside on this side. Okay, there's the, it's a 144 I'm using, and we'll do the same this side. Here, 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 and those two there. Okay, Now these two, what I want to do is I want to use wall dynamos or Zappo Maxes. They're exactly the same, but just a reskin of the wall dynamo. Alright, and then we're going to put 144 crit damage all the way through to there. Okay, right, just finish off these two before I place the traps. Okay, right, these two are going to have wall darts on them. There's the perk table, and we're going to place one there and one there. Right, when you place tire drop traps, make sure you've got your back towards the spawn. Okay, so the spawn would be coming from over there, or that bottle is facing the spawn. Okay, see how it moves as you turn in the direction. Now this can sometimes depict on the natural direction of which the tires, once they leave the trap and start bouncing, will travel. Okay, so you want them traveling towards the flow of the husks. All right, and you place them like so. All right, now this shouldn't get affected up here because the tires will drop down the slope. We shall put a upgrade that whilst we remember. I'm going to place a wall dart on here and a wall dart on there. Okay, now when it comes to working with projectile traps on walls, try to avoid using broadsides when they're facing wall launchers. Okay, now this is because of the impact guard, and what you don't want to do, you don't want to reset a smasher's impact guard and then suddenly the wall launcher won't affect the smasher. Okay, right, what we'll place here is a gas trap because we're holding the husk down for some time, so we'll keep them under the gas trap as long as possible. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to use another gas trap here, and we're going to use a ceiling electric field here. Alright, this one will also be a wall dart like so. Alright, and if you wanted to, we could place a crypt wooden floor spike there. Okay, right, now let's just double check everything's all been done. No, it hasn't. We haven't done the ceilings yet. So what we're going to do now is, as you're probably aware, when husks spawn, they're going to try and take the shortest route or the beeline towards their target. Okay, which basically what's going to happen, they're going to spawn around here and they're all going to congregate and try and use this block to get through like so. All right, now some wolves move around here and whatnot and everything like that if you're in the tunnel shooting out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put gas here. Now the reason why I do this like so is because of reload speeds and whatnot. Alright, and most traps have all got different reload speeds on them if you're mixing and matching. Alright, so what we don't want to do is have all the electric fields go off at once and suddenly nothing's happening for a few seconds. So what we do is I tend to space these out, so I've got a gas here and a gas here. Okay, which means that when they're moving this way, an electric field will zap them from the side on. So we'll place one here, we'll place another ceiling electric field here, and we'll place another ceiling electric field here. So we've mixed it all up, alright, like so. Now what you can do, if you wanted to, you could put a sound wall on the back here, just to control the propanes a little bit, alright. And that's what this is looking like now. So this is the convert from a complete stall to a stall stroke kill. Alright, I'll walk through here. That's what it looks like. Alright. One thing I would like to add before we move on with the video is this section here I've noticed is still here. I forgot to take this out. So you won't need that now. You won't need this, that, or that. If you turn that piece up into a quarter, okay. Now the reason why you don't need that is obviously you've now got a kill box here, so this is all not necessary. The only time they're ever going to get thrown down, it'll be here onto there. And then this one here, I've noticed sometimes you do get husks bashing on the back of this wall here, so I'm going to add a wooden wall spike to this just to heal with durability. It'll be fine. Okay, you can, if you want to, put a crit. Let's have a look here quickly. The crit with heal, we could go with that if necessary, but what we're just going to do is we're going to put a heal with the durability on there like so. Alright, that should stop any sort of problems like that. Alright guys. Okay. Just upgrade that. And in the next video, I will be showing you how to build the Storm Shield North for your endurance. Okay, if you found this video of interest, please like and subscribe, and consider using my supporter creator code 7UPS, which you'll see here. And if you've got Discord, please consider joining our Discord server, STW Central. The link will be at the end of this video and in the video's description. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.